Welcome back to Dad's Rad Fords YouTube channel. Father's Day special here. Just hanging out, chilling. Today's Sunday. Hopefully we're gonna try to get this video up live action for you today. Today, chilling around the shop. I'm gonna try to do some, first main task today is try to do some rearranging, so to speak, in the museum here with these bicycles. I got some that need working on that I've been needing to do. Been re-decaling this Diamondback over here, and it has been miserable getting the old decals off. If you can imagine, like 1985 decals on top of a painted frame, trying to, if it's chrome, you can just grit the razor blade and go to town. Anyways, we're supposed to go racing yesterday. That got canceled. Still wanted to work on my hot rod. Summit had gears on sale. Got a set of 456s. You're about to see that. And then, yeah, so threw some gears in I want to work on anyways, do some upgrades. Perfect time. I was like, okay, it's supposed to roll next Saturday. Been wanting to do a gear change. Been Googling about it on the internet. You know, the difference from 410 to a 456. Got some numbers. I'll put that info in there. Yeah, but mainly hanging around. Father's Day. My rad kid got me some cool bike stuff. She knew I was messing with bikes today anyways. I don't ever have time I feel like to just like blank out, get out here and just play with my bike, so to speak. I know it sounds stupid, but like some stuff needs to be moved. When you get some stuff down, they all need some tinkering. Anyway, so Maddie knew I was doing that. So first of all, this right here is pretty epic. This is how about that? Yeah, all you dudes know the deal with that. Let's see. I done peeked at some of this stuff, but I just want to show y'all. So speaking of the pain in the butt Diamondback decals. Pretty nice, pretty sick. Orange little colorway. Well, as soon as I didn't even realize it. As soon as Maddie sees the decal, before she says anything, she said, "Oh, Dad, that's cool, pink." And I was like, "Pink? What are you talking about? Pink? No, it's orange." And she's like, "No, look, there's pink." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And it kind of just maybe I don't know, like threw me for a loop, I guess. I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And she's like, "You have to do this pink and this and put cables on or whatever." So she hit up. You already know the deal. Let me find the sticker. Our guy, Pork Chop, and she found these hot pink brake cables which actually match. And now that I see it together, I don't know why I never doubted. I didn't doubt it. I wasn't like, oh, I don't know, but it was just like one of those things. You have a certain vision, it's like somebody else brings it and I was like, oh well, yeah. I should have known the deal. The kid knows. She knows what's up. So anyways, we're just chilling, playing with our bikes. Also, pink ODI bar ends. We're undecided, but how about that? For the ratty mongoose bike that we love so much, Mr. Hulk Hogan bike, I'm gonna give him some vans to ride around on. A couple of little tidbits for that bike, and she's always good at getting all the good Pork Chop stickers. He's got the best one. This one's actually from the bike show. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they be telling me. Anyways, y'all have a happy Father's Day. I hope you're sitting around. I hope most of you are sitting around doing nothing, watching my YouTube video, or you got it playing in the shop, doing what you like to do. If you're like me, you just want to go out and piddle and goof around and have a day where it's like, you know what? I want to do some stuff, but I don't want to have to, in my mind, I'm like, I want to get out and do some things, but with nothing that's got to be done. Like, just do whatever gets done. I might start taking a bike down over here and then start cleaning this workbench over here and then be like, oh, you know what? And it's fine. Do y'all, do you, I'm going to do me. Enjoy the video. All right, y'all, you see the sign behind me, Summit Racing. Kind of last minute decision, and I got on their website and they had some rear gear sets on sale. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna ride down there and get me a set of 456s before we go racing Saturday. Today's Thursday before Father's Day. We're supposed to race on Saturday, weather permitting. I was like, you know what? Smoking deal. I've been wanting to change the rear gear. Let's go in here and see what they got. Just leaving out of Summit. Y'all check this. Let it clear up. Sorry, it's blurry. Anyway, there we go. 456 gear set for my girl Ruby. I think I'm gonna head home and start tearing this thing apart. I'll catch you in the next clip. If you just saw the intro, you know we made a last minute decision. Go grab a new gear set for this thing. Not really a last minute thing. I was on Summit and they had them on sale. I've been wanting them. Went and got them. So today, I'm gonna slam in here. We're supposed to be racing today, but it canceled. Today's a Saturday before Father's Day. King of the Hill race supposed to be today. They canceled it, postponed it next weekend. So that gives us time, throw this gear in, button up a couple things, and yeah, be ready to go racing. Cause we were ready, but this gives us one more advantage. The internet says 456s over 410s, generally worth a solid couple of tenths. I'll take a tenth and a half and be pleased. So we'll see. I feel like even with this tall of a tire, a 14 gear is kind of getting to an aggressive gear, especially on the street. But with this much tire and what we're doing with it, it's just not that much gear. So I think the 456 is going to be nice. They actually got a set of 488s down there on sale also. I know a lot of guys out there run 488s, 8th mile guys. That might be getting a little spicy. We're going to try the 456s. I think it's going to be drastically different. So let's get into getting the diff apart. See what we got going on. Not see what we got going on. I know what we got going on, but see what it takes to get this gear swap. Show y'all what it takes to do a gear swap. It's not hard at all. Here we are. Brakes are off. Drive shaft. Sorry about that. Drive shaft is out. I'm about to pull the diff cover. I'm gonna make me a little catch pan so I can save my fluid because it is brand new because I was just in here putting clutches in it. So yeah, pop the cover off. We'll get the axles slid out, pull the carrier, and I'll get back to you. Axles out. Carrier out. Carrier is over here on the ground, letting gotta clean it off, but got the ring gear bolts out. I'm just gonna take a punch, walk it around, walk the ring gear off. You'll probably have to heat the new one some, slide it on there, pull it up with the bolts. It's literally not rocket surgery. It's crazy easy. So I'm going to now pull the pinion nut off the front, and actually, let me show you. You're not gonna be able to see, but like it's actually, I'm glad I've got some new pinion bearings because that's pretty tight. I feel a pretty good bit of drag. I bet I got a bearing or something that's not happy in there. So I'm glad we're doing this. Anyways, I'll catch you when I pull the pinion out. Okay, there we go. Ring gear is off. Literally just a punch through the backside, hammer, knocks the ring gear right off of there. Just kind of presses up on that ledge. There's our old pinion out. You see that 410 set is out, and here is our 456. Drastic difference, big difference in just the size of the pinion itself. It's quite the step up. This is a Summit house brand gear set. Like I said, they were on sale, snatched it up. And let's compare even this. There's a drastic difference in the 456 and the 410. This one's a good bit thicker. Anyways, I'm gonna start by getting the ring gear swapped over. We'll get it pressed onto our carrier, and I'll put you on a time lapse for that. My ring gear bolted on. We're going to press this bearing off of the old pinion just because I need to transfer the shim under it. It may not be, the shim that's in this may not be exactly right for what we're doing, but I'm going to transfer this under there. And generally, my experience is it's pretty dang close and I'm going to be just fine. My opinion. So, my opinion of the pinion. Yeah, how about that? And that's the shim I was speaking of. Okay, side-by-side comparison of the two gear sets, visible difference in size of them to be expected. But this is what you're looking at, 410, 456. 456 for the win, let's hope. Press our new bearing down on our new gear. We can start putting this junk back in the car. With any luck, we'll get this done and beat the rain today, and we can go test our new rear gear combo out on the street, see how she is. Yeah, pro tip here, pressing this bearing on, you see I've got the race. I have not put the race in the housing yet. Use that to press your pinion bearing on. A lot of guys get overzealous unpackaging all the bearings and stuff, knock your races out of the housing up there. You're like, oh, let me go ahead and put all my new races in. And then you got to figure out how you're going to press this bearing all the way down. So wait a minute before you press the inner race in, and you can use it to press your bearing on your pinion. I like to give it a couple of good, yep, and that's there. And there's our bearing on the pinion with the shim under it that we hope is going to be close enough. Got my pinion in here, got her all torqued to spec. Feels good. Nice little bit of drag on there. Definitely had a bearing coming apart before. So pinion's in. About to hoist the carrier up in here, and I'm sure that's where we'll have to do some serious shimming. I'm sure I'll have to move carrier shims side to side or stack the shims up. I've got an adjustable shim kit that I can use if I need to, so hang tight. Okay, let's throw this carrier up in here, y'all. See what we got going on with that. Let's roll this in here. That ring gear is a thick boy for sure. Thick boy ring gear. Tap these shims in, put these on, and see where we're at on our backlash. If we're anywhere in the ballpark, I'm sending it. I do like it a little tight, especially for a drag race application like this, so there's just a little bit of less slop in the drivetrain, helps keep from breaking parts, just like how I talked in, I think I talked on video, shimming up the transmission input shaft a little bit, make sure it's good and snugged, no play in it, so there's no like shocking action. It's already, everything is already kind of meshed together. So I'm gonna run these up. Need to make sure these side shims are bottomed in the housing. There we go, just a little bit. There we go. So run these snug. We'll put a torque wrench on them in a minute. Give it the old feel. Huh. Super tight. I'm gonna have to definitely move some shim. Actually feels like it's binding a little bit. Carrier is back out. Now what I want to do, see if I can get this on camera. This is my left side shim. Take my calipers here. We're going to measure this shim, see what we got. I don't know if that's showing up. Then I'm going to compare that to the right side shim, and hopefully the right side is a little skinnier and we can just swap our shims, and it is. Okay, so you guys see that? About 62-ish on the right side. And this is 74 or so. So I'm going to swap the shims side to side, and effectively that is going to move our carrier this way. So thick shim, thin shim. If we swap them, we're going to add thickness to this side and effectively move the ring gear away from the pinion. Make sure our shims are bottomed out. Put our bearing cap back on each side. Keep these. You guys don't just snatch these bearing caps off and toss them. I know I'm just pulling them off and tossing them in the drain bucket, but I'm doing that strategically and keeping them in place. They do go side to side. They were machined with the housing when it was made new. So, food for thought. Most of you guys, if you're watching this, you know how to build a rear end. This is not a tutorial. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hard to see. I'll get the dial indicator out and we'll just see what we got, but I'm like, oh yeah, we're dialed. We're dialed now. Let me grab the dial indicator. We got lucky. A lot of times, that's a good trick for a lot of you guys out there doing this yourself. Before you go digging through your bucket of shims or getting an adjustable shim kit, a lot of times you can just measure your thickness. If you're only needing a little bit, if it's too tight, you can swap your shims and move them side to side. Vice versa, if you're too loose, if you put it all together and you've got a lot of backlash like that and it's rocking back and forth, well, take them apart. Maybe this one's thicker than this one, so take the thin one out, put it here, put the thick one here, and you're gonna move your ring gear this way. So, it looks like I'm gonna mark this just by looking at my pattern, where it's riding inside there. We're looking good, but let me get the dial indicator out so we have a measurement just to know, just for sure, but I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere in the 8 to 12. All right, got my dial indicator on this thing, show you guys kind of where we're at. A solid 7.5, which is ideal. It's a little on the tight side, but I think that is going to be ideal for our situation. If I had some other shims, I could probably dial it in and get it even tighter, but That's a solid 7, and realistically 8 is the spec. That's 6 to 7, something like that. It's a little below 0, if you can see it good. I'm not getting it good on camera. Anyways, we're gonna err on the side of tightness, because the tighter you can have your gear set through from the trans through the drive line, the better, because we don't have as much shock load. Like if you put a big air gap between these two gears, when you launch it, this pinion is going to be smacking these ring gear teeth, if that makes sense. The tighter you can have it, it's more of a smooth transition of the power, because the gears are already tight together, instead of it being a gap, and when you launch, it's bam, slamming the gears together. Same with the transmissions, like old trick on the T5s, and I did the same thing on this. If you watch my transmission video, if you shim up your input shaft pretty tight, it takes care of any slop out and any of the racking of the drivetrain like that when you're hitting it. So it's all already pretty smooth transition. It just lessens the risk of breaking parts, and basically is what I'm getting at. So the tighter your gear mesh, the less chance you're gonna have exploding gears, but this in here is probably still prone to breaking, or just waiting on that day, and then that'll be another upgrade, another video for you. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the torque wrench on all these bolts, make sure we're good, put the cover on it, slide the axles in, then put the cover on it, take her down the street. We're trying to beat the rain outside. Axles are in, carrier's in, center pin's in there, all nice and tight, everything's good. I'm gonna slap the brakes, the drive shaft in it, fluid and the cover and all that good stuff, and take her down the road with any luck. Okay, rear wheel's back on, full of fluid. Not quite raining yet. Let's let this thing down and see what this 456 gear set life is all about. Okay, let's take this thing down the road. See how she feels, make sure it's quiet. First gear a lot shorter already, I can tell. She's a little sportier for sure. I haven't even fully stabbed in it, but just rolling through the gears, it's I can tell it's got some gear ratio now. It feels nice. I can't wait. I'm pumped, man. This is Saturday. I'm hoping Tuesday night our track brainer is open and we can ride up there and see if we can get some ET out of this thing. Okay, the gear changes come a lot faster. Let's do a full first gear hit. Traffic is terrible. Yeah, she's it's definitely running the tack out between the gears a little better. It's hard to tell here on the street because it does spin, but we're on to something. We found a few more numbers with this gear change, I believe. Pretty decent. It's freaking spinning. I've seen it put black marks down behind the car the whole time. Now let's see if it'll leave without spinning. I don't think so though. It's tough to tell on the street. All it wants to do is freaking spin, but yeah, we're doing something. I'm ready to go to the track. Okay, 456 gear install complete. Street testing does nothing but spin the tires. I can't get them hot enough in a burnout to do anything. It does seem to spin a little more than it did, so I don't know how it's going to do at the track, but hopefully in a couple nights our local track will be open for their Tuesday night testing tune and we can take it up there and rip it. Bonus footage for this video, working on the son-in-law's 95 bird, getting this thing ready to hit the road. Got the door panel off, working on the window motor. So neither windows work, but if you hit the switch, you can hear something turning in there. You can hear the motor. Sorry about the motorcycle with the crazy stereo. I don't have my mic on right now. I'm trying to talk loud into the phone. You can hear the motor in there turning, but nothing was happening. You just hit it the other way, both sides. Well, I'm bringing it in the shop. I'll show you what's wrong with it. Okay, here's our window motor. Got it out of the door, got the little plate off the top. What happens is, let me pull this, you see this gear? In this cavity, let me get my screwdriver. There's supposed to be a bushing, and a bushing. And if you look on the bottom of this gear, each little corner where this bushing rides on, and then it meshes them together Sorry, I'm not capturing that. And then it's supposed to catch the bushing, and that's kind of your shock factor for the motor. So when you go up too far, it kind of squishes the bushings. Well, most of your help sections nowadays will have this. They don't always look them up for per application, but this is a Dorman number 74410. They're random regulator. It says regulator gear plugs. So basically, kind of want to wipe these chunks out of here if you can. Wipe these out, then put a bushing basically in each corner. Okay, so I kind of got them set in here, and you're gonna just kind of, it's tough to move a lot of the stuff out of the way. Your bushing is kind of set in here. You have to take a screwdriver and shove them all the way in the corner and get them kind of started on each side. That's where it wants to go, all the way down. It's a really tight fit, and it's supposed to be. What I like to do is just kind of get them all popped out from under there if you can. Okay, and then a very large pair of channel locks will usually squish that down in there. Oop, don't break it like I did. Hold that. Make sure all your little bushings are pushed out. They just jump back under there. They'll jump underneath the thing, and you want them barely pushed over. There we go. That's that. There we go. So now you can kind of see where these bushings have taken up the gap in there, and now it's gonna turn. So snap this little clip back on there that is tiny and would probably love to go flying across the shop. So money, and let me get just a little bit of wheel bearing grease. Stay right there. A little bit of just random grease to put in here on the pack in there where that runs. Not crazy amount, not packing wheel bearings, just something. And look at there. Now we'll go back to the car, put this in there, and we ought to have 2 working windows. So that saves you, these motors are usually $50, $60, $70 at the parts store. I think this bushing kit was less than 10 bucks a side. And if you can hear your window working, you know the motor's good, most likely all that's wrong with your window motor is just those bushings. All right, little side footage for this video. Working on the son-in-law's T-Bird, getting her on the road. All right, what y'all think about that? You've seen time-lapse footage of me struggling with these freaking decals, but they turned out fantastic. You see the pink against the pink on the decal. Yeah, this bike's got blemishes in the paint and stuff, but this thing was too nice not to throw a set of fresh decals on, and it turned out sick. Freshened up the levers, fresh white Ori grips. Nice polished up DB bars. These bars are so nice. Diamondback stem. Diamondback seat. This is a set of 85 Skyways. This is not a new set of Skyways. These are 85. If you guys have old Skyways, if you look inside where the tube goes, right about the valve stem area inside the wheel, it'll say, and it's usually handwritten, the month of and the year they were made. Real quick, I just wanted to show y'all, this is the dyno that donated its tires to the ST Racing over there. I just wanted to show you, I was talking about how in the other video, how you can date these Skyways if they're really OG. See, this is the valve stem hole. See how this says 6/3/80. What looks like a 6 or a 5. I can't tell that. Look, I'm gonna say that's a 6. It looks like his first 6. Yeah, 6/3/86 is those Skyways, and that's just I guess like a manufacturing number, whatever, 197. But yeah, if you got these old school Skyways, take the tube off and take the tires off of them, and it's probably handwritten in here like what year that they were made. Just fun fact for you on the Skyways. Minty well goes on this thing, polish the cranks and stuff out. I am pumped with it. Maddie killed it on the pink cable I did as soon as she saw the decals on my toolbox. It's just been a month or so now. She was like, doing it. So she bought it for me for Father's Day, and she freaking nailed it. Yeah, this thing is sick. I love all the white. Makes me afraid to ride it, which sucks. That's not usually my style, but I'm sure I'll ride it eventually. I don't know. All right, check that out. Finally got my freaking Diamondback built. I got this frame and fork at the bike show last year, and I've been just goofing with it, and I've had the stuff for the past couple months. Wanted to do, yeah, look, I just can't stop looking at it. Okay, so now I think I'm going to get this Columbia down, move some other stuff around. I got to make some more storage in here in the museum, as everybody seems to call it. So yeah, let's get into that. I'll put you on time lapse. You can just hang out with Dad in the garage. But before we get into that, Mr. Hogan getting some new shoes here. Maddie got these sick Vans shoe pads. I'm gonna throw them on the back here. This thing is gonna be sick. So yeah, let's do that first. Y'all, how cool is that? Check out. Got this dude chilling. Vans brake shoe pads. I need to adjust the wheel a little bit, but look at that. Sick. This bike is just way too cool for school. I love this thing. Just has the right vibe going on. She's too cool. Well, before I get too crazy into taking bikes off the wall, moving everything around, that usually winds up moving 1 or 2, and then you wind up 4 or 5 and crack. You know how you guys know how garage remodeling, rearranging goes. You move a couple things and you wind up with everything you got in the damn driveway. So I'm gonna move my focus. One of the giveaway bikes. This is one of the bikes I'm going to raffle off at my bike show that I got at the last bike show. Is just like a frame and fork and some pieces. The only issue with it that I don't like, these bars, it's got these like super bent back bars. I assume they're original to the bike, but it takes a double clamp neck, and they're kind of hard to find, and they're pricey. So until I find one, I've got this old stem that I had. This is like an early 80s, just generic stem. And I've got this set of chrome V-bars that I'm gonna put on it. We'll transfer the grips and the lever and everything. It's got those super sick finish line grips from way back in the day. Super cool. So yes, and I've also got some other tires, because this has a mismatched set of tires. I don't want to give it to somebody with 2 random tires on it. And they're not correct for it. On this 1990 dyno up here, on these old Skyways, I can't know if you can tell, but these are some old school Orbit motocross tires. It has like the old school motocross tread on it. Yeah, I'm gonna put these on that bike. Before I get start a time lapse on just switching these bars or whatnot, I'm gonna show you, some of you guys out there, a trick to swapping your grips. I don't know how well I'm in the shot, but I know the handlebars are in the shot. If you have compressed air of any kind at your house available to you, peel up a corner of it and walk it right off. There's one. And I might have to move the lever to get this one, but quick little trick for you. Little air pressure, get your grips off. These bars are super cool. I might have to find, but they're way, like I feel like I'm riding a Harley. They are kind of weird. Definitely doesn't fit the ST racing vibe of the bike, but we'll fix that in just a second. Hang tight. what's your take on the chrome V-bars on the ST Racing? I actually like it better already. Because I put these chrome Femcos on it when I first brought it home. I like the chrome V-bars. The red ones were cool, but these are nicer. Oh yeah, I like that way better already, y'all. That's a good mod right there. Whoever wins it, I'll give them the original bars to go with the bike. But yeah, I like that. The finish line grips on that yellow, on the yellow on the chrome looks great. It's got the chrome wheels. We'll polish the sprocket up nice. So let's get into swapping these tires. Well, how about that? I really like how that turned out. The old Orbit motocross tires on this thing. Old school chrome Femcos. Chrome V-bars now. This thing is rad. Y'all, come to my bike show. You can take this home. Also, the Eastern over here chilling. You can take it home. Big raffle prizes. It's gonna be freaking sweet. This ST Racing just turned out so cool. This is a Survivor and a half. Look at that thing. It is minty looking good. 1983 ST Racing ST3. ST Racing. All right, y'all. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm ready to wrap it up. I've been in the garage. I'm sweaty. I'm hot. I'm ready to eat some dinner, go in, chill out in AC, get a shower. So, didn't get nothing moved around, but we did get 2 bikes built. So, that's a win. The Diamondback, where is it? Yeah, somewhere right in here. See that thing behind me? Sick. Nice. So, got Ruby fixed up, got our new gears, excited to go to the track. Hopefully, with a couple days, we can go up to Brainerd to do some testing. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Hope you all had a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe, check out all of our links, AUXITO, Salty Captain, the merch link, and stick around for the next one. Most importantly, stay rad.